We know how water is so critical in Colorado, but what's spreading in the water on the western slope has experts concerned.
Yeah, 9 News reporter Rachel Krause and photojournalist Tom Cole explain why the fight to contain zebra mussels is now a priority around the state.
In Colorado, water is precious.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
The treasure sought constantly by fishermen like Zach Avila.
Oh yeah, we fish 4 days a week probably.
When fish bite his homemade bait, Zach makes East and West Lake his office.
Look at, now we're getting action here.
But beneath the surface, something else lurks in the depths. A few feet away from Zach's fishing line, a reach of the hand is all it takes.
10 seconds.
For Maddie Baker to scrape off a few shells.
We have detected mussels of all life stages.
The Colorado Parks and Wildlife Specialist says that's not a good thing.
If we're finding them in the really easy to reach spots, it's more than likely that they're already pretty well established in the harder to reach spots.
CPW first found zebra mussels here near Grand Junction last year.
The finding in this particular lake also led us to the finding of the first adult zebra mussels in the Colorado River. Any body of water that receives water from the Colorado River is at risk.
Why? Just one zebra mussel can produce up to 1 million offspring in 1 year, and they filter water aggressively.
1 liter of water per day, that amount of filtration that they're doing is really removing a lot of the nutritional value from this body of water that the fish really rely on.
Yes, small shells, big problems.
How big a problem?
They can lead to millions and millions of dollars in damage on an annual basis.
Robert Walters manages CPW's invasive species program. He knows zebra mussels move fast.
This is what we are trying to stop from happening.
When pipes are clogged, it can restrict water supply that people need to drink. These shells already infect some western slope lakes and more than 100 miles of the Colorado River from the Utah border to where it meets with the Eagle River in Dotsero. They want its spread to stop there. CPW headquarters in Denver is ground zero for zebra mussel sampling. The microscopy lab is one of just a few in the western U.S.
This sample is from the Colorado River.
Lab techs like Grant Christian dig for the details.
These samples are from Trinidad Lake.
Morgan Hoffman runs the lab. Her team sifts through hundreds of samples from around the state, searching for veligers, zebra mussels in larval form. Morgan hopes constant tests and monitoring will show these shells aren't working deeper into Colorado's waterways.
It's definitely concerning on the western slope, but so far we're containing everything to the west slope.
It's why CPW hopes to stop the spread before mussels move into the Front Range.
How's it going?
At Chatfield Reservoir, boats coming in get a thorough inspection.
Did you guys do any fishing at all today? Any live aquatic bait today? You're all set. Have a good one.
They don't want to miss a mussel.
We take this very seriously. Even one boat that's transporting invasive mussels into the lake could have significant, long-lasting impacts to our water resources.
Concern that's called for because zebra mussels can't move or swim on their own, but humans can and do transport them, often by accident.
Definitely problematic. I'm from Michigan originally, so I've seen the damage it causes, so we're trying to keep it out of here.
Jarrett Clark spends a lot of time on the water testing boats for the Rocky Mountain Boat Company. Clark and CPW want these waters to stay clear.
Oh, 100%, especially because my livelihood kind of depends on the water being open.
Time is of the essence.
In a state that relies on its rivers and lakes for so much, Maddie says they want to keep it flowing.
It feels scary knowing whether or not we'll have enough water to begin with, and thinking about mussels blocking our ability to get what water we can. It really is concerning.
She knows Colorado's water is too precious to let these shells call the shots. Rachel Krause, 9 News.
If you're visiting a body of water and you have a boat or equipment like a kayak, you need to be ready to clean, drain, and dry everything that came in contact with the water to keep the mussels from spreading. I don't know if you knew this, I didn't. CPW says they can live outside of the water for about 30 days.
Yeah, it's so hard to deal with this. If you see a mussel, don't touch them. Report them immediately to CPW. Mussels may not seem like much of a problem, but they actually cause hundreds of millions in damage every year.